as a filmmaker, it must also have been a dream to be on Iceland.
It literally was a dream when I think back to it. We tried to make a short film every day, just a very snapshot kind of what it was like. And we slowed the track that we were working on down by 800% and used that as the soundtrack. So it's like this very dreamlike vibe of us being in the studio. And when I look back on it, I have very little memory of it because it was such a weird trip.
But what exactly is it you have done in Iceland?
Well, we took the album
the recordings.
There. Yeah. And with regard to the album, we took the record there, and we found ourselves with this record which was like quite cold and lifeless, and here we were in the studio. So we decided to take all the parts of the song and talk about each bit and work out why we included each bit. So it was just a way of saying, this part is excessive, doesn't need to be there. And here there's something missing, so that needs to be there. And we then put everything through old systems, old valves. We added instruments that were like these, Sigur Rós, like I think Johnson's got these mad little pianos that's about this big, with keys about that big, so you could just like, you can't even play it with your whole hand. And they're tiny, but they sound incredible. So there's just all these noises that we just felt we wanted to include it just to kind of dilute some of this sort of brittle electronica that supposedly sounded so London. I mean, at the time, I didn't think it did sound so cold, but now when I listen back to the version 1 of the album, it sounds like you have a headache at the end of it. You know, it's really aggressive and horrible. So it gave it a bit of light. So we effectively remixed our album and then came back with a new version.
So the earliest version you can release in 10 years from
now? Maybe as some sort of weapon.
Yeah. Yeah. Were the Sigur Rós guys also there or involved?
We had all their engineers and stuff there because they were on tour, but we had the people who run the studio for them, and a couple of other engineers that were really useful, because the studio is a really strange, mysterious place. There's like sort of, you know, there's openings in the wall where you can plug a mic cable into, and then you go into the kitchen and you see there's a mic there, and you can record the drums and then pick up how it sounds in a little tin drum in the corner. There's lots of strange things there, so we had to have someone to help us navigate around there.
Have you redecorated your own studio?
Well, as a consequence, we made it a bit nicer. I don't know. We've put some sofas in instead of it just being drum kits and synths, and no, I think it affected how I've made music a little bit. I think I'm interested in taking a track into a different context at the very last stages of it. I think it really helps you to just get a fresh perspective on it.
Is this album now the production you are most proud of?
Yeah.
Or does that still have to come?
No, well, hopefully, I mean, it'll always come. I'm always hoping that the next thing will be better. But at the moment, this is the biggest commitment I've ever had to a piece of recorded music or anything really. So, yeah, I'm proud of how it sounds, but I've learned a lot about producing records and about writing songs. So I can't wait to write the next one, really.
Because this year we'll also see the release of a film you made.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Naming No Names?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. You've done your research.
Can you explain a bit what that is about?
I can. It kind of goes back to the first question you asked, which was about documentary filmmaking, music documentaries specifically. And it's, without giving away too much of it, because I'd love you to see it and tell me what you think, but without being me trying to affect your impression of it. But it's a documentary about music where we've interviewed people who work for labels, people who are musicians, people who are just fans, people who are producers, people who are journalists. And we've basically asked them questions about their experiences of music, of what their favourite album is, how they got into it, what worked and what doesn't. And the aim of the film is to, at the end of it, try to understand what it is that makes people obsessed to this degree with music. Whether you're writing an article about it, or whether you're taking a photo of a band, whether you're trying to write a song, you're exploring what it is that, you know, you're trying to describe something indescribable. So, which is in some ways, you know, could drive you crazy, but in other ways, is, you know, the only thing you can do. You know, you can't switch off once you've started. You know.
Have you found an answer to?
I found some answers. Yeah, I found some things that work, and then I found, if anything, I found more questions. Yeah.
So there will be a follow-up.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Well, hopefully the film, the interesting part of that film will be having conversations with people afterwards, because I think it will. The aim of it is that there's a general approach to looking at, you know, it's a general question that anyone can ask, and it applies to everyone.
All right, last question.
Mm-hmm.
If you had unlimited budget to do whatever you could do,
Mm-hmm.
what would that be?
Right now, well, I've just been, because we're shooting a video for our single soon, and at the moment the question of unlimited budget has come into the equation a lot, because I frequently I've kind of put together 2 ideas for a video. Neither of them we're going to be able to do because of this budget, so I'm really attracted to the idea of having an unlimited budget to make either of these 2 ideas. My manager is super against these ideas, by the way, so you can feel free to make these films if you can. One of them is a music video that's a war movie, like a massive war film, huge set. Because it would appeal to me just to try and orchestrate this chaotic moment in the Somme or something, like in the First World War. Another idea, which is proven almost impossible, is we were going to try and find stunt children. So, and I was mostly curious to see if they existed, right? Whether there's a parent who's trained their kid to fall through plates of glass, maybe get hit by cars. And I just think that would be, if I had unlimited budget, that was what I'd make, a stunt film with kids.
I think they do exist.
Yeah, do you think they do?
Yeah.
I'd love, I'd think just because it would be the most shocking thing you'd ever see, and I think that would be amazing to try and direct, you know, some kid running through plates of glass. Maybe not.
I'm so hoping that someone's gonna offer you like a million to do that.
I really hope so now, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure if even legally you should include that, but whatever. Yeah.
All right, that's a nice ending, I think.
Cool, man.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.